Practicing is over. Now it's time for your performance. Okay. So now I will invite one group will stand next to your hand now and perform your talk. Okay? Remember everyone, when group 1 is speaking, the other groups have to listen and give them feedback. Turn to hand down, the yellow hand down. So when group 1 is presenting, group 2, 3, and 4, you have to give them feedback. Listen, because basing on these clues. So first circle the information. Excuse me, attention please. First, the other two markers they have used are to listen and take notes. Second, they have mentioned what ideas they mentioned. So put a tick next to each. Okay. For example, and next, their pronunciation. I want you to give comments on their pronunciation. So circle one level. If the pronunciation is great, circle it. Okay? And what about grammar? Circle one. And then stand up and give them feedback. Now, which group wants to present first? Yes, your group. Okay, come here. 4 reporters. Can you give me one more microphone? Hi. Hi, come here. Come here. No. 안녕하세요. So what language are you speaking?
It means hello.
Hello
In Korean.
Korean. Now four reporters, please come here.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. We are Kimbap. We are exhilarating to be here. We would like to talk about the Korean language and our opinion of learning the language. Firstly, Korean is spoken in Korea and North Korea, and arguably it's popular in Asia but not common in the world. There is 2 points. We find that there is 2 points in the Korean is that the alphabet and long words. First, the alphabet is so easy to learn at home and by heart. We can remember it and use it easily. The long words, you can see this if you have learned English at home or at school. You will discover that there is so many long words from English in the Korean.
On the other hand, we also deal with a lot of difficulties in learning Korean. because I must depend on the situation and concept such as grammar and vocabulary. In spite of those difficulties, we still love Korean and want to learn it deeply because we all are big fans of Korea. We love their food. Landmarks of Korea are also well known and definitely beautiful. That's why we love Korea.
Thank you very much. Now, which group can give feedback for group 1? Yes, young group please. Yes, give them some feedback based on the criteria I gave you.
Obviously, I think
So, group based on this.
I think this group did great in the presentation. And first, they choose the language is Korean, and they use some attitude markers like firstly, obviously, deeply, and definitely.
Thank you.
And they give all the details like what the language is, where it is spoken, and the differences and uses quite clearly
Yeah.
in the mind map they draw.
Yeah.
And their pronunciation was easy to understand, and the grammar was correct.
Correct. Thank you so much. So I totally agree with what you have said. And I have some more feedback for you. Like you said, alphabet is not alphabet, it's the alphabet. Or you say context, we should say, you said concept. But it should be context. Okay, thank you so much. And next group. Yes, you think? 4 reporters are here. So take notes and give them feedback.
Hello guys, we are very happy because we have a chance and here speaking to you. So we are going to talk about Japanese, one of popular languages in the world. Our presentation today is in 3 parts. Firstly, area spoken Japanese. Secondly, difficulty and ease when you study this language. And finally, the reasons why many people like it. So now, Mr. Thơi will make clearly the first part.
Unsurprisingly, Japanese is mainly spoken by Japanese speakers. All things considered, it is also prevalent all over the world. For instance, Brazil, Australia, America, China, and so on. In Vietnam, Japanese has been more and more common, especially adolescents. So, what's the problem when you learn Japanese? Mr. Thiệu will tell you more clearly about that.
Yeah. The first is the easy. In Japanese, there are 2 easy. The first one is have a simple phonology, and the second is the basic consonants. So it's very easy to write them. Thank goodness. And unfortunately, there have a lot of difficulties. The first one, there have 3 different alphabets, and the second is hard to remember. So you will forget the word. But why? Why people still learning Japanese, especially teenager, and we tell you more specific about it.
Next là we say obviously that young people in Vietnam they like Japanese book a lot, like manga and anime. And I have talked to a lot of friends in my Japanese class, and they said that they how much they love watching anime and how it inspired them to take on Japanese course. And the second reason is if you speak and use Japanese well, you can maybe get a job in a Japanese company that can bring you a lot of opportunity to get a high salary or good money. So that is the 2 main reasons that I think why people love to learn Japanese.
Thank you so much.
อันนี้ก็โทรไปครับ
Okay. So which one can give the feedback? Feedback please. So I will give you some feedback. So you have used a lot of attitude markers and mentioned all the clues. And I really like the transition between speakers. Thank you so much. Next group. You please. Okay, are you ready? Microphone. So please speak about your finance.
Bonjour, monsieur and madame. Welcome you guys to our presentation about French language. First, let me tell you guys about what is French language is. First, it's an international language and it's a very influences. Secondly, it has been used in many documents, especially in international documents. And thirdly, French is a very romantic language. And now I will tell you, my assistant will tell you about where French is used.
And obviously, French is spoken in French, but it is also the official language of 29 countries in the world, like Canada, Belgium, and Switzerland. Apparently, French is used in many international organizations. For example, UN and WTO is the two most popular organizations. And next we will come to the difficult and easy. However, there is not easy to learn French, so here is the reason why students always get trouble to learn French. The first reason is predictable. French is quite hard even at first, but like English, there are so many silent letters. And the second reason is word changes require good memorizing and affects the use of grammar. And the last reason is accent marks. Many accent marks in French, but don't worry, French is not so difficult like that because French and English use Latin writing system. And so obviously, French is easy to learn. So the next area is many words in English are from French. For example, fiancé or cafe. Because we understand both difficulty and ease in French, we definitely thought this is what the language to study. Besides golden opportunities to work in many international organizations, we get to know about French culture and the people, the art, the cuisine of French, which is very helpful for language students like us. And more importantly, as we might know, the person who helped us to develop Vietnamese is a French lexicographer, which is we believe our Vietnamese writing system has particular similarities to French. That's why if we study French, we would easily study our Vietnamese.
Okay, thank you so much. So who can give feedback for this group?
So my feedback to the presentation is that they have very good presentation. They use a lot of action makers like obviously, apparently, and definitely.
Yeah.
And their pronunciation is relatively to the same,
Yeah.
but they need to be a bit more confident. So their presentation will be more fluent.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. So I agree with you, but the only weakness is you spoke more than 2 minutes.
Yes.
So everybody, although there is one more group left, but I will save it to the next lesson. Okay? So the next lesson you will continue present, and I will be in charge of which group to decide which group will get the scholarship. Okay. So moving on to the consolidation. Can you tell me which are the two main contents of the lesson today? You can look at the board. What did we learn today? Two main things. Yes, Kim.
The first one is attitude marker,
And?
the second is define the language you want.
Thank you. The first one is attitude markers. Who can tell me five attitude markers you can remember? Yes, please.
Obviously, definitely, sadly, unsurprisingly,
And
unfortunately.
very good. Thank you. Next, what is the position of the attitude markers? Yes, Ling.
I think it's flexible. It can be in middle or ending or in the beginning.
Thank you. Very good. So in the future, you may take an IELTS speaking test. You have to talk about language you want to learn. How many ideas would you mention? How many? Four. First one? And? Good job. Okay, so this is your homework. At home, do exercise 11 on page 44. And 7, do further practice about expressing attitudes on the two websites. So don't worry, I will send the slides to our online group. And then pre-learn the video on our online class to prepare for the next lesson, which is about technology. Okay? Many thanks, teachers and students. That's all for our class today. Xin cảm ơn quý thầy cô ạ.